serve, to help people win, be all that God has called them to be. Thank you for being such a stellar, spectacular leader. I don't take that lightly that you show up, and it's 7:30 on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. It's 10:30. I've been up since 4 a.m. Okay. So, you know, she's just getting her stuff going. And so I just so appreciate you. Thank you so much. And good morning, Youngevity Nation. Oh my gosh, what a great day it is. I'm excited and pumped up, fired up, ready to go. I hope you are too. Hey, if you haven't been on Build the Butt and Burn the Gut, oh my gosh, we do it every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We're in week 3. Build the butt and burn the gut, baby. Yes, you're gonna be bikini ready? Let's go. I went to a wedding on Saturday. Everybody was like, oh, you look so amazing. I'm like, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm so excited. And thank you all so much for joining us and just being the great leaders that you are. We so appreciate you and all that you do. And so with that being said, today, we are talking about how to turn your attitude into a leadership asset. Hello. Who doesn't want to do that? Man, I got a pretty good attitude. Okay, I want to turn that into a leadership asset. And we bring on that dynamic duo who just absolutely explodes with greatness all over the place. Okay, first of all, if you're not a holistic health coach, you need to be one. Go check it out, get in the group, make it happen. I mean, I have a girl on my team. She did it like in like 2 weeks. I was like, okay, you're a gangster. You know, Monica, she knocked that thing out. She's like, oh, I can work at my own pace. She knocked it out like within 2 weeks. She didn't even really talk to me for 2 weeks. She's like, oh, I just wanted to get that done. Make sure that I understand what the company is about. Because every person that I bring in, I'm like, you need to take this course so that you can understand, you know, what you do with it is up to you, but so you can understand what our company is about, what Dr. Wallach is about, and what your health is really about. So I just love it. But these two powerhouses, I mean, gosh, it's so wild, like to have two like amazing, great leaders, like together and they're on the same Zoom, you know, it's like, oh my God, what do you do? It's like going into the donut shop, gluten-free donuts, of course, and you just don't know which way to turn, what to look at. And so let me tell you, this woman, she is absolutely one of the best women I know. You know, it's good to have good women around you when you're a woman. And she has incredible leadership skills, but she also has the heart of a champion, always wanting to see people grow, succeed, prosper, constantly there to lend a helping hand. And then this guy, see, I'm telling you, you don't even know what to do, right? He is absolutely phenomenal. As Andrea said, he inspired the nightly dose. And so with that, I'm so forever grateful. We're on book 65. Book number 66 is by Joyce Meyer. Change Your Words, Change Your World, something like that. I can't remember the exact title, but that's book number 66, happening in about 2 days. So we'll be kicking off book number 66, but he inspires my heart. They're both my mentors, my friends. Give it up for the extraordinarily awesome, spectacular Cheryl Morley, Black Diamond Ambassador, 5-star superstar himself, powerhouse entrepreneur, Paul Croteau. Take it away, guys.
Oh my gosh, Linda, thank you so much. And I love your whole analogy about the donut shop.
Of course it's gluten-free donuts. Are there any other kind?
Listen, of course it is. Of course it is. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be on the call today. And I know Paul is too. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier. And how fun is this? We love to see you guys. We love to be here with you and share like some of the stuff that we have been that I've been learning and talking about. So I'm super excited today. So the very first thing that we want you guys to do is we want you to think just for a couple of seconds who you greatly admire. So who do you greatly admire? And what is it that you admire most about that person? And I found that usually when I admire someone, there's like a few things, but I want you to really think about what you admire most. Like, what is the one thing that you admire most about them? Okay, just a couple more seconds. Think about that. You guys have them written down. Okay, good. Now, here is the question. I have a couple of questions that I'm going to ask you guys about this. Okay, so here we go. You've got this person that you greatly admire, and I admire all sorts of people. Like, the first person that came to my mind was my mom, right? And so I thought about, why do I really admire her? And I admire her so much because of how much she loves other people. Like, she is all about love, right? And then I thought of a few more people that I greatly admire. Of course, I greatly admire Dr. Wallach, right? I absolutely admire and love him, and I admire Paul for the things that he's done, for the things that he does every single day. So, but we just want one thing. So, and sometimes I think, oh my gosh, there's too many, I can't come up with just one thing. But I do want you to think about this. So here's my questions. Of all the people that you admire, or of the person that you put down, did you put down that the reason that you admire them is because of their good looks? Is that something that came to mind? And that kind of made me laugh. I'm like, so, and I can't see everybody's hands, but just think about that. So is that one of the things that you put down? Okay, number 2, is it because, do you admire them because of how good they are at something? Like, oh, they're so good at recruiting, or they're so good at I don't know, something. They're so good at their job. So is that the reason why? I'm sorry, I cannot see everyone's hands. So Paul, you're going to have to help me out. So I don't know if people are raising their hands or whatever, but you really have to think about that. And what I have found is the reason why I admire the people that I admire most of the time, really about all of the time, it's because of their attitude, right? It's their attitude about life. It's their attitude, like the way they live their lives. So, and now I want to just turn the call right now over to Paul so that he can talk a little bit about this, and tell us a person or two that you really admire, Paul.
Yeah, no, this was when you asked this question, who do you greatly admire and why? A bunch of people came to mind, and I had a couple of things in mind, but I was just shocked when I thought about their attitude, because obviously you're a person top of my list of people I admire, and it's your attitude. I mean, everyone loves your attitude. Your attitude is contagious. So as Tara mentioned here in the chat, that it's Cheryl's energy that is what she admires so much. But energy is attitude. So we're going to talk today about attitude and how to turn that into a leadership asset, because when you think about the people you admire, like Cheryl said, it is because of their attitude that you admire them so much. I mean, there's other things too. I mean, don't get me wrong, the wisdom that they have, and that, maybe you admire them for something they are good at a little bit, but the vast majority of people, they admire someone because of their attitude. So what attracts us to people or repels us more from people is their attitude. And I definitely see the opposite when who are you trying to avoid? You can think some people in your life, I don't want to be around that person. Why is it? It's always because of their attitude. So I just find that so interesting, Cheryl.
Yeah, I love that. And I think it's so important to remember that too, right? Like, you can check in with yourself. Hey, how is my attitude today? How am I showing up in the world? How am I showing up in my business? Right? And if you are repelling people, then I really do believe that you have to take a look in the mirror and really consider, hey, how is my attitude right now? Right? And I love this, Paul, and I'm excited today that we get to talk about 5 ways to improve your attitude, just in case your attitude isn't up there in the green zone, right?
Absolutely. Your attitude's not everything, but it's the main thing. So there's more to it, more to success than just your attitude, but it is absolutely the main thing. And the best attitude, so we're talking about the best attitude to have, and this really hits home for me, is the whatever it takes attitude. I'll do whatever it takes to get there. And I remember, being at 4-star and deciding on New Year's Eve that I'm going to be a 5-star. And it took that whatever it takes, no matter what rank you're going for, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, whatever, it's got to be that whatever it takes attitude that's going to get you there. So yeah, Cheryl, so we're talking about the 5, let's go over some 5 ways to improve your attitude. Number 1, I know you love.
Disown, not own, disown your helplessness, which I love that, right? And we talk about this all the time. And it's all about thinking that no matter what's going on, you can do something about it, right?
Yeah.
And having that, you've got to disown that attitude of, well, there's nothing I can do about it. That's just untrue. There's always something.
And how many times do we hear people say that, Cheryl? Well, there's just nothing I can do about that.
Well, maybe a lot, but
yeah, way too much.
Yeah. And we just need to remember that there's always something you can do about it, right? There's always a way to make it better, or there's always a solution.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. So the second way to improve your attitude is to get into something that I actually have on my license plate, which is lion mode. It's my favorite phrase because it talks about my attitude that I'm going to do whatever it takes today to achieve this goal. I'm relentlessly attacking my goals at all times, just like a lion would relentlessly attack. So that metaphor to me does so much for my mindset, my attitude, that I'm going to be aggressive today at going after what I want and helping the people I want to help. So that's my key, Cheryl, is being in lion mode. And I know Cheryl is trying to do her hair today to match lion mode, so she could resemble that.
Yeah, I got
that attitude
going on. I do got the mane going on.
I love it. Love it.
That is just crazy. Well, let's talk about 4 key questions that we can ask ourselves to find out if we are in lion mode. Yeah. And I love this, and I love to keep these close at hand. So the first one, and it goes along, Paul, with, and I don't know if we've ever called it lion mode, but it's exactly what we do. So it's RPM, right? So it's what results do you really want? And I think this is so important to know that, right? If you don't know what you want, I will promise you, you will never get it. And I love that, right? So you have to know what you want. Number 2, you have to know, what will it cost? There will be a cost for every single thing that you want, right? Nothing's free. We hear that all the time. There will always be a cost. And then you have to ask yourself, am I willing to pay the price? You know what you want, you know the cost. Are you willing to pay the price? And I love that. I love those 3, but the last one, Paul, is the most important, isn't it? Because if you don't have number 4, then the other 3 don't matter. And number 4 is will I pay that price right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. He's so good. So when you tie this into lion mode and look at it from a lion standpoint, what results do I really want? Well, my family needs to eat today. Otherwise, everyone will die. So they know exactly the result they got to get. They got to get some food so their family can eat. What will it cost? Well, I'm going to have to get up. I'm sleeping right now, but I'm going to get up. I have to go chase down this gazelle and go get it. Okay. Am I willing to pay that price? Lion's like, hell yeah, I am. And then the last question, which is the best one, will I pay that price now? Before you even get to ask the lion that question, he's already 75 meters down the safari, just about to pounce on that animal. So it's just instant going after it, and that's what we need, Cheryl. It's I know Tony says Tony Robbins says you never really made a decision until you've taken action on that decision. Hey, I'm going to lose weight. Well, did you do anything to move in that direction? Well, no, but I definitely do want to lose weight. You know, I mean, it's just, that's not a decision until you've taken some action on it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay. So number three, and this is, and we're just gonna, we're talking about lion mode here. So what you've got to do, ladies and gentlemen, is enter the no whining zone. So no whining. You've got to choose to just be happy, right? Time to be happy, no whining. And I love this because Dr. Wallach, you know, whenever I'd say something like whining, complaining, whatever it was, and it wasn't very often, but when I would say that, he'd say, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. Get back to work. We're on a mission. Has nothing to do with anything. You know, like really be quiet. But Paul, I have to tell you, my next one is my favorite. So guys, this is so exciting to me that one of the things we need to do to get into lion mode,
Help improve your attitude.
and improve, oh yeah, I'm sorry, improve your attitude. Well, both. Listen, we can do this at all times.
Sure,
right?
sure.
Yeah, it is put on a new pair of shoes. And I was so excited and happy that I got to just put on a new pair of shoes and my whole attitude would get better. Because, you know, there's those shoes out there that ladies, that we've all been looking at and would love to purchase. And just think, put those on and you've got a whole new attitude. No, but really, what it's about is leaders lead from the perspective of others, right? So the perspective of others, also themselves. So we have to lead ourselves. And then we lead with both of those things together and in mind, right? So we lead ourselves, we lead in other people's shoes. What would they want? What do they need? How can we help them? How can we support them? And then how we can do that together. Lead ourselves and others.
Yeah, I always think, you know, every day I'm talking to people on my team, and there's things I want to say to them, but when I take the time to put myself in their shoes and see things from their perspective, what I say to them ends up changing, because I need to meet with them where they're at and just get them to be 1% better today than they were yesterday. So I love that. Put on a new pair of shoes, Cheryl. And I mean, you always feel great with a new pair of shoes on. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. Okay, so number 5 is never be finished, right? So the only finish line in life is death. And even that is debatable, right?
Sure. I mean, Cheryl and I believe that death is the beginning, not the end. So
that's absolutely right. So yeah, never be finished, and always think about, and I just love this, elevate your life, right? I mean, that's our tagline. We love it because it's just a chance every single day to get up and be a little bit better in all these different areas of our lives. And we have to do that so that we can help others do the same. And if we're not doing that, how on earth could you help somebody else do it?
yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I just love that.
I do too. And this has been a big mindset change for me, because I was, you know, for my whole life, I've been Mr. Goal orientated. I got to get to this goal. I got to get to this finish line. And I've realized over the past couple of years that it's all about elevate your life. It's about getting 1% better today than you were yesterday. If you keep on focusing on that, things are going to keep improving, which is what you want to happen in your life. You know, of course, we set targets that you want to hit this or that or that, but all those things are just targets. They're not finish lines, because we're going to keep going all the time. You know, isn't then like, well, once you make this, you can quit or stop or whatever. No, you got to keep going. So I love the attitude of never being finished, Cheryl. It's been a big, big change for me to grasp this, but it's made a world of difference now that I have.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, Paul, well, let's move on to the 5 steps to a successful attitude.
I love these.
I think they're so awesome. And I love that it gives us like some things that we can really work on, you know, like some things that we can learn about, hold on to, and work on every single day. So the first one is the test. It's trial and error. Now, Paul, I don't mind the trial. We all know we have to have trials, but I don't want the error.
Yeah, let's just skip the error part of the whole thing.
Yes, I don't want the error.
But it's so true. And Cheryl has taught me a lot about this because I'm Mr. Planner, like I'm Mr. Strategy. And Cheryl's all about Mrs. Action. She's mixed. We don't even need a plan. I'm just, so both are bad. Okay. So we've come to the conclusion. You got to have a plan and you got to execute strategy and execution. But all the plans I've had in my life, as we started moving forward, I gained clarity and I had to adjust it all the time. It was everything Cheryl and I have done in the past 6 years it's all been trial and error. I mean, we got a plan. We go out and do it, but we see that some things are working, some things are not. And number two, Cheryl, is we fail. The second step to having a successful attitude is, failing and knowing that there's always error on the road to success. Nobody that's like ultra successful, Tiger Woods or Michael Phelps or wherever you pick anybody in the world that's ultra successful in your mind, they all had errors in their life. Something went wrong in their life or daily. But what did they do, Cheryl, after they failed?
Well, that's just it. It's the attitude, right? It's your attitude about failing. And it's that you learn. You never lose. You either win or you learn, right? So you don't lose. And the most fascinating thing to me, and I've known this, right? I mean, we all know this, but it's really become more clear to me that you have to fail, but that's where you learn. Right? That's where you learn. You learn in the failure. You don't learn in the success, right? In success, well, I love that. I love to celebrate. Like that's one of my most favorite things to do is celebrate. But that's not when we learn the most, right? That's not when we learn. That's not when we get better. And so just the attitude that you have, which is the attitude is you either win or you lose or learn. Win to learn.
Cheryl's back. Cheryl's going to tennis in a little bit, so she's thinking about winning. So
yes, I am.
Yeah. So when we learn, so we either win or we learn. And then when we learn, we got to think about how can we make this better? What can I do to improve? And again, this gets back to elevate. It's all about what can I do a little bit better than I did last time? So an excellent question. I love this question here. Please write it down. Is what am I becoming? Forget about what you are right now or what you've been in the past. But a key question is to ask yourself, what am I becoming? See, I don't focus on being a 5-star. I focus on that I'm becoming a better leader today. And if I continue to do that, I'll continue to be successful. If I keep on thinking about some success I had 5 years ago, becoming a 5-star, that's not going to help anybody. So it's not what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on what I am right now, but I'm focused on what I'm becoming. Another great thing for Longevity people, Longevity Nation, is I'm becoming healthier. So it's not that, I've reached optimal health. It's I continue to become healthier by taking these supplements. So anything, I am becoming blank. So I just challenge you today to go out and get a piece of paper out and think about I'm becoming blank and think about the things you want to become in life. Focus on those things and your whole attitude will change.
That is so awesome. And it's so important to, really focus on that and to know who you are becoming, right? To know that. So what's the last one, Paul? Tell us the last one, because I want to read the very last part because I love it.
I know you were going to do that. So once we got an idea in mind or a plan in mind, how we're going to improve things, we got to get back in the game. So we got to get back on the road, back on the map, re-enter the situation and do it again. But when we do it again, we're going to trial and error. I don't know. And then we're going to fail probably. And then we're going to learn from that. And then we're going to think of ways to improve it and then get back on the road and do it again. I mean, that's how we invented the light bulb. It was all through trial and error and going through these steps, but it's having the right attitude to the whole thing. That's the key. And the right attitude, Cheryl, is chase the lion. And I know this is near and dear to your heart. So I'm going to let you read these, this little, what is it? Not a poem, but it's just a little excerpt on chasing the lion.
Yes, and I love it. It's my favorite thing. Okay, here we go. Chase the lion. Quit living as if the purpose of life is to arrive safely at death. Run to the roar. Okay, Paul, that's my new tagline. Run to the roar. This is my favorite thing.
We're trying to
ever.
figure out what Cheryl's license plate's going to be. So now we figured it out. It's roar.
Yeah, roar. Run to the roar. And I love what this means. Okay, listen to this. Set God-sized goals. Pursue God-given passions. Go after a dream that is destined to fail without divine intervention. Stop pointing out problems. Become part of the solution. Stop repeating the past. Start creating the future. Face your fears. Fight for your dreams. Grab opportunity by the mane and don't let go. Live like today is the first day and the last day of your life. Burn sinful bridges. Blaze new trails. Live for the applause of nail-scarred hands. Don't let what's wrong with you keep you from worshiping what's right with God. Dare to fail. Dare to be different. Quit holding out. Quit holding back. Quit running away. Chase the lion. Sorry, Paul, I got a little bit emotional there.
Yeah,
because
I got emotional too, just from you reading that.
like this
But-
touches my heart. This is how I want every single one of us to live and to feel and to be. Because by doing that, we can literally together change the world.
Yeah. This is the title. Of this could have been Lion Mode. I mean, that describes it perfectly. And I already have this printed out. I got it taped it on my wall over here. I'm going to read it every day because it really, really is a touching couple quotes there.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, and this is, by the way, this is a podcast. So every Thursday, Cheryl and I do a leadership podcast. So you're actually hearing it live today, but we're going to be putting it on the podcast. It'll air next Thursday. But we did release a podcast this morning, a leadership podcast for this week. So be sure to check that out at elevatepodcast.com. And with every podcast that we do, we leave or end the podcast with something called a plus one. And this is exactly what Linda does every single day. It's a plus one today. What's the plus one? What's the one thing I learned today? So we went over a lot of stuff in the last 20 minutes. But what's the one thing you should walk away with from this daily dose call? And
Burn the bridge.
Sorry. So everyone's gonna have their own plus one. So that was absolutely fantastic. But the key thing that I wrote down is attitude is not everything, but it's the main thing. So keep that in mind throughout your day today, that attitude is not everything, but it's the main thing. So really think about, how is my attitude right now? Because that's what's going to attract your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So it's super, super important to look at your attitude. All right. Thank you, Linda. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, everyone.
You guys are amazing. Always amazing.
You muted, Linda.
Thanks, Fred.
Can we get those quotes, Paul?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much. We thank you all so much for all that you do. They would like a copy of that, Cheryl. They asked for it in the chat. So
Yeah.
if you send me a copy, I'll send it out to everybody, or you could post it on your Facebook page, or however you, or in the Elevate group, whatever works for you, and people can go there and get it. So thank you so very much for sharing. That was amazing, both of you. Cheryl, you're absolutely going to win in tennis, so take that with you. You are going, you on fire now, so you're going to go out there and you're gonna be like, what is wrong? What happened to you? What have you been doing? You know, you set your mindset on fire. You can go out and set anything else on fire. So thank you, Paul. Thank you, Cheryl. You all are the best of the best. Thank you for all you do to help us be the best that we could possibly be. We love you so much. I'm going to unmute the Zoom. Please, everyone, give it up for the phenomenally awesome Cheryl Morley, the incredibly spectacular Paul Croto. Have a great day, everyone.
Woo! I should. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my goodness,
Paul for
Cheryl and
sharing.
Paul, this
Thank
was
you.
so phenomenal. Thank you all so
Everyone.
much
Thank
for
you.
taking the
Thank you,
time to
Paul.
sow
Thank
into
you,
our
Cheryl.
lives and our
Yes.
businesses. I
Drop
mean,
off
you
quick.
two are just fire,
Fatima,
fire. And
Hold.
Cheryl, those quotes that you dropped on us, man, did you leave us
Awesome.
with some nuggets? Wow,
Hair is
man, that was powerful.
Your hair is on fleek, okay?
Okay, it sure is. It's
Go ahead,
absolutely
girl, with the
fabulous.
glasses. She got it going on. I
Fabulous.
was like, okay, I'm gonna be like her when I grow up.
Yes, looking amazing,
love
looking
it.
amazing. Thank you, champions, for joining us. We
Bye,
love
you
y'all,
guys. Love you.
Bye. Thank you, Paul.
and we
Thank you,
appreciate
Cheryl.
you so much.
Yeah.
Have a
Go
great
check
day,
the
everyone. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. Make it phenomenal. We'll meet you back here tomorrow, same time, same station.
Thanks,
And Andrea
Linda
ready
and
to go.
Andrea.
Andrea's getting her tires balanced and rotated. So the
Siobhan,
transporter is out. Love
Betsy,
y'all.
Thank you.
Bye
Love you
now.
too. Tonight is Happy
Carmen.
Healthy Hour.
Yes, the Happy Healthy Hour tonight. Tony Breland, you're amazing. Thank you, Auntie Pat.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much.
Love you all. Miss
Love
Tony.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
you. You guys are
Carmen.
amazing.
Oh,
Careful,
was
Carmen.
Thank you. This is really, really good. Thank you, Linda.
Robinson,
That was
208
wonderful.
number. Thank you for chiming in.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, superstars.
It was a great call.
Have a
Oh,
blessed
you're
day.
so welcome, Watima. Thank you, thank you. Love y'all.
Love
Love
you
you
too.
too.
Bye-bye. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.